Colorado. That was the one in Broomfield, Highway 7.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable enough today to tell us if there were other people?
Yeah, it was just Nicole.
Okay. And that was it? Okay. As these people have come out, for the most part, we've not given their stories much credit. They're just crazy people who want attention. And so, but when that does happen, it does make us think, there may have been others. So Nicole was the only one.
That was the only one.
Was there ever like a one-night stand with someone else just out of the blue and one and done?
No.
Okay. All right. Do you mind if we talk a little bit more about Nicole? So walk me through it, because that was one of the things we never really got to ask you about.
Right, we didn't talk.
Kind of skipped on and talked about where the girls were. So what happened there?
So it was probably around June 1st or something. That's when I first met her. And it was just like a work conversation. She messed with the gas meters that we were out in the field, and I was messing up. And then I took it to her like, "Hey, what's going on with this? Like, I want to fix it." And after that, we just ran into each other a few times in the office. And I think it was probably the fourth time meeting. She had asked me, because like when we were talking back and forth, I would say. Like we moved here from Colorado or from North Carolina and stuff like that, and then she's like, "What's all this weed stuff?" I'm like, "No, I took out my phone and showed her a picture, like my girl's on my phone." It's like, "Oh, okay." Like, so like, yeah, I didn't wear a ring at work because I got something else to get refitted after I lost all that weight. So, but
you lost so much weight that your fingers lost weight.
Yeah, it was literally like I was out in the snow one time. I went like that. And my ring went off on the rocks. So I was panicking trying to find out that I can't wear this anymore. But, so after that, she left me alone for a couple days, and she texted me outside the field. And then after that, we just kept texting back and forth, and it was just, just like she used to work in a oil rig out in North Dakota, I think. And we just kind of trading stories back and forth about what we did and everything. And then one day, it just kind of went to a different level, and then I never thought I would ever go to that level, but she was talking about meeting up after we got back from San Diego. We go to San Diego from the 22nd to the 26th of June, and we met up after we got back. And
how did you guys meet up?
At a park in Florida. Florida somewhere. And after that, we just kept seeing each other. Pretty much the whole month of July.
So let me ask you this. You tell me if I'm wrong. You strike me as somewhat of a shy person. So when you guys were meeting, it was just kind of very initiatory, like flirting at first? Okay. From both sides?
Yeah. It was just kind of like feeling each other out. It's kind of like,
Yeah. And so, texts, any calls?
More near the end of June.
Okay. And what makes you remember that it's June that it happened?
Because we called each other before I left to go to San Diego.
Oh, okay. All right. At first, did you think something might happen?
I just thought it was just flirting. I didn't think it was actually like something that would actually happen.
Yeah. Well, it's totally natural, right? I mean, everyone kind of flirts at work, right? Because the relationship between men and women is different. So if you're working with a girl at work, it's just kind of natural to flirt.
I wish I was out in the field more instead of in the office.
Yeah. You gotta see it in your eyes. That's kind of where the path started, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if I was like, because when I went from a rover to a field coordinator, like I would spend more time in the morning time in the office trying to get everything like situated where we're going to go, everything like that. If I was a rover, I'd be more out in the field, and instead of like coming to the office like for more than an hour.
Right.
That just gave me more time to run into her, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. What did she know about you? Did she know you were married at first?
She did, once I showed her the pictures on the phone. Yeah, like, the home screen picture and everything.
So was your wife in that picture, or was it just your girls?
It was just my girls right there, but my wife was the lock screen.
Oh.
So she knew I was married, my kids.
Okay.
Are you aware that she said she didn't know you were married? What did you think about that?
I figured it was like, just trying to save face, trying to, Just trying to. Something my sister said. It was like just trying to keep things together.
Yeah.
Just trying. She phrased it a different way, but just kind of like. Just like ground control, just trying to control everything that's going on around her. Because I'm sure she got bombarded by all kind of different sides from the media and everything. So.
Have you talked to her at all? No.
I'm hoping she hasn't written me in a different alias or something. I'm not talking to her that way.
Oh.
And are you not allowed to talk to her?
I would hope not.
Okay. No one's told you that then?
No, I mean I would expect I thought in Colorado it said on the DOC list that if you're on a victim list you can't call anybody.
Oh, right.
But here I'm not sure if that's the same. But I've just talked to my sister, parents, some friends of my parents. Okay.
Do you wish you could talk to her?
Maybe once just to
get some closure?
Just to say hey, just once.
Yeah.
Just to say, hey, I'm sorry this all happened. I'm sorry. I'm not sure, what happened, afterwards, what you went through, if you had, counseling, if you're, different state, if you had to leave everything behind. I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry, and that's not something that's not happening or happening to somebody else.
Would you be alright if we told her that?
That's fine.
You want us to? You want us not to?
And if she would want to even talk to you guys, I'm not sure if I'm sure she'd answer your phone call more than the attorney phone call that she didn't want to go and answer. Yeah.
Oh, so your attorney tried to call her and she wouldn't answer?
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember her phone number, but after that they figured out, I guess, where she lived. They left a business card there. And she just pretty much after the fifth attempt, she said stop going around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's getting bombarded like everyone else, so.
And hopefully it's calmed down since, but I'm sure I just hope she can I don't know if there's normalcy for her since she's on the outside, but I'm hoping it can get that way at some point. I'm not sure if she had to leave Colorado or not, but I'm sure that would have been hard if she did.
Mm-hmm.
I know that doctor was her dream job, so that's one thing I always asked my attorneys is did she have to leave? Did she have to do anything at work? That was one thing. So she always told me that was her dream job. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did she mean?
In the oil company in the dark, I was unless you're working for BP or Phillips or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And the dark was
Big leagues.
yeah.
Can I ask kind of a tough question? Did you love her?
I felt like it was true.
Yeah. I think so too. I think it was the same from her. Okay. Tell us about the time you spent with her.
Well, I mean, it felt like it was, I think, when you said, I was more like a shy guy, it's kind of I never, been pursued by anybody before. It's kind of I was the one, trying to pursue, because, when me and Shanann met, it was she was always, pushing me away, kind of,
She was sick for a while, right?
Oh, yeah, she had just got diagnosed with lupus, and she was on, a bunch of different medications and stuff, and, it was, I guess I was not her type. And
You weren't her type?
I wasn't her type, because she told me when she first, because we had met.
She told you that?
Yeah,
You're not.
I remember you telling me that.
yeah, it was when we first met, it was at a movie theater. My cousin's ex-wife set us up.
You were dressed like shit, weren't you?
I didn't.
I think that's what you told me.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
They weren't having any games?
So she was fancy and he was in shorts and tennis shoes or something, right?
I should have known the doorman, was in a suit. And I was just this isn't good. And
The theater?
It was a fancy theater, right?
it was in Charlotte. It was called the Epicenter, and apparently they give you champagne and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, this is a fancy date night theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he came like he was going to a
I was
Cinemax,
I was going to a pond.
like an AMC.
White theater?
No, it was you just watch the normal movie, but you can drink champagne and have a Jack and Coke inside the theater and just sit there and just whatever. But like, yeah, when she first saw me, she was like, I should probably just turn and talk to the bartender a little more. Like, no, I'm not here to meet. But yeah, like I was like persistent, trying to pursue something. I liked her, and even on our first date, like I couldn't even eat anything really. I was just like,
You're so nervous?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. She was just like chowing down, and she was like, "Hey, like a bird." I'm like, "Oh, it's fine." And she taught my parents, like, months later, she was like, "This guy just never ate." Like, this guy eats like a trash disposal. This trash disposal. I was like, "No, not around me." I was like, well, "I'm just nervous." And I was just like, I was always like shaking and everything. But yeah, I was always pursuing her, and then just like finally, I grew onto her. Like, I would always like with her medications and stuff. I would always like, she had like 8 bottles of medication, so I would always get like her day and nights and kind of like put them all in that little flip open the pillbox, all that kind of stuff. And I would always be around her. I even went to her colonoscopy. She said after that she knew that was like kind of a keeper. It's like, who goes to a colonoscopy after 3 months with somebody? Right.
It's a little soon.
Well, she asked if she needed a ride. I'm like, yeah. She's like, you want to go across the colonoscopy with me? I'm like, sure, why not? Yeah. Like, I even sat with her while she drank that nasty stuff all day. Yeah.
Oh. Or she's in the bathroom
That's
all
a good
day.
test.
that clear stuff that doesn't really taste clear. Yeah, but yeah, it was. I mean, it felt like it was a great relationship. Everything was great.
Now you're talking about with Kissinger?
No, with Tom Ocean and like the first year, my parents never. I don't know. My mom was always kind of hesitant.
What?
I was the baby, I guess. I never had a girlfriend in high school, so it's kind of like she never like really saw me like.
Oh, interesting. So she's kind of watching her baby walk out a little bit.
Yeah, because I now turned 18. I graduated. I never moved back.
Okay.
At home. So my sister moved back and forth all the time. So
how old were you when you met Shanann?
I was 25. It was 2010. So
okay.
So no serious girlfriends before that?
Nothing more than like 6 months or so. Yeah, there was some girls here and there, but just nothing more than like. The last girlfriend I had before Shanann, she was just actually got divorced, and I should never did that. But it was more of like I was kind of like helping her get through her divorce. It seemed like she went on to somebody else. I'm like, oh, nice to know.
You're the rebound guy?
The rebound guy.
Pretty much, but that's how it goes.
Would you say that in your relationships with women, it seems to me, and you tell me if I'm wrong, it seems to me like you're attracted to maybe a more dominant personality?
It seemed like it because I'm more of the just reserved. I mean, I just kind of like go with the flow type.
Yeah.
And like, Shanann usually made all the decisions. It seemed like so.
I get that. I'm the same. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I don't think that's right with you, but.
So then, and I know it's hard to keep bouncing back and forth, but and one of the reasons we're here is we just keep telling ourselves, Grace just does not fit the mold. Grace is not.
No.
Like it just blows us away what happened, right? And so we will do a little bit of bouncing back and forth, and that's really just to get to know you a little bit better. And we never really got that chance, did we? We were talking
twice.
Yeah.
Met you once.
Yeah.
Probably like 3 or 4 times probably.
So then do you call her Nikki or Nicole? Okay.
I would call her Nikki.
Okay.
There's so many Nikki's and Nicoles in this.
Right, there is.
I got confused.
So we'll call her Nikki.
Okay.
So then with Nikki, was it different?
It just seemed like I was more in control, it seemed like. And that never happened. Like, she'd actually, like, ask me, like my opinion on a lot of things, and just, like, what I wanted to do, and just kind of, like, okay.
That was new, wasn't it?
Very new.
That's fascinating to me. And so did it feel more like an equal partnership, or?
It seemed like it.
Yeah. Okay. So then, when it was date night, would you guys talk about it? Would you ask to go somewhere? Or would she say, I want to go somewhere? Was it too fast?
The first time we went out, it was to a movie over at the Orchard, off the 144th over there, and I asked her like, "Hey, you want to go see this movie?" And like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And we got there, it was sold out. And, normally you probably just have just wait 2 hours, like not just go home, but not she just wanted to walk around and just talk. I'm like, okay.
Oh wow.
So that was different. And I think she wanted to go to the car museum, the Shelby Museum in Boulder. I've never been there. And
That's right up your alley.
Oh yeah. I was just like, that was awesome, just to walk around cars for like an hour or so. And then, drag race in Vandermeer.
Okay.
I haven't been to a drag race since 2008. And that was in Charlotte.
Okay.
Looked up a drag strip over there. It's like the NHRA, the Top Fuel, fun car stuff. Like me and my dad used to grow up.
Yeah.
Go there like all the time. And then went camping in Sand Dunes National Park. And I'd never been camping. I always wanted to do it. Thought she'd done it like countless times.
Oh really? Okay. She's outdoorsy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess every time she needed to clear her head, she'd just go by herself. Just go somewhere else. Yeah.
But she's a completely new type of person in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What were you thinking this whole time?
In the back of my head, I was telling myself, "What are you doing?" Every time, I'd open up my phone, I could see pictures, of my wife and my kids, and just what am I doing? And then, every time I was with her, it seemed like I didn't think. It seemed like it was like a blinder that was in my face.
Oh.
And it just, every time I look back on it, I have pictures of my wife and kids and myself. And every night, or every morning, every night, I just, talk to them, say I have this book I used to read for Cece, and I remember that book, so I read that to them every night. And there's some scripture and stuff that I read to them, so I just try to think back. I wish this never happened. It was I wish that blinder wasn't on my head, wasn't in my eyes. That would have seen what was going on. I was having. Everybody says, "Oh, you're just out there having fun while your kids, or kids and wife are on vacation." I'm just like, no, it wasn't like that. But it seemed like that's what it looks like when you're going, you're going to camping, you're going to drag race, going all that other stuff that you have fun doing, but you're with somebody else. It's not your family. It just didn't seem right. I was with her. It just didn't seem like I didn't see that anymore. I was there at her house pretty much every night. So it was I didn't have that time at home just to really think about anything. Because literally I didn't, I was only at home from when I got home from work. I worked out, I ate dinner, and then I went over her house. I never slept in my house the whole month of July.
Now, talk me through that though. When you said you went home and then you were at her house, was that while Chanel was gone? Oh, okay. So you weren't even at your house?
No.
This all happened so quickly, didn't it?
It was insane quickly. I didn't, she even told me she was never, in a normal relationship, she would never have somebody over at her house more than once or twice a week, but she felt like she wanted me over there.
Yeah.
She said she felt comfortable over there.
Yeah.
So it was just that's what was different, she wanted me over there. But I just wish that all that would just go away. I just wish I know it's hard. I know it's wrong to say I wish I never met somebody, but I wish I, maybe met her at work and then just kept it that way.
I think if we had a time machine, I don't think this would happen again. Because some people, when this happens, you're like, well, if it wasn't this time, it would have been next time, or it would have been the next time. It just wouldn't have happened with you, would it? It happened so quickly that you tell me if I'm wrong. You're not the type of guy to take control sometimes when you need to. Yeah, it seems like this is what happened.
Yeah, I didn't take control of the situation. It was the situation controlled me.
Right, it just happened. No, I get that, man. I'm somewhat passive myself, and it's there's situations that I'm like, oh, why did I let that keep going?
Yeah, I don't know why. It was like a roller coaster ride that I just kept punching and taking on, and I just never let me get up.
Yeah. about the hardest subject. That's when we were talking, the last time we talked. The last thing we talked about was where the girls were. But we never really got to talk about that night. What happened?
So nothing really happened that night. It was in the morning. It was, me and Jeanette, she got home like at 2 o'clock. And, I felt her getting in bed. And I just felt like I didn't feel I just made sure I looked at my phone at 2 o'clock and make sure she's okay, she's in there. And I could kind of feel her kind of stirring around a little bit. And, I just had a feeling like she knew like what was going on. I mean, obviously, I didn't use like an NRO gift card, that I got, and I used my actual credit card. I kind of just felt like something. She knew what was going on, and she started rubbing her hand on me, and we ended up having sex. But I guess that was more like a test.
Oh,
I would have thought.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because when we talked, when I woke up later on in the morning, I pretty much, told her, I didn't think it was going to work anymore. And she was like, what happened? What was last night? So I figured that's the test after I've gone through everything in my head.
That makes sense.
And she just told me, to get off of her. And she was like, I knew there was somebody else, I knew there was somebody else, and there was somebody else. I couldn't just say, yes, there is somebody else, but then she said, you're never going to see the kids again, you're never going to see them again, get off me, don't hurt me. And then,
Is that what you said?
so I was good, when I climbed in bed, that was pretty much, on top, pretty much straddling her.
Okay.
And she thought I was gonna hurt her or baby or something. So, because she knew that something had happened. She thought I was just trying to just check out or something. So, and that's when that happened.
I know it's hard, but right before you talk just a tiny bit deeper about that. So she comes home. She touches him, you guys have sex, it seems like she's doing her test, which I understand. Sounds like you do too.
I'm sure Nikki or Cole Atkinson or Cassie probably told her,
That's what I was thinking, right? They talked about it during that whole weekend.
more than likely. That's my parents told me there was going through text messages, it's all pretty much they all kind of just told her it's with somebody else type of deal.
Yeah. And she spent a lot of time with the gals. That's what they did probably all weekend is talk about it, give her advice. I think that's what we found, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she comes home, you guys have sex, and then did you fall asleep between then and going to work?
Yes.
Okay. So then at some point, does she wake you up or did you wake up for work?
Not a lot of more.
Oh, okay. And you're going to work out. But then that's when she started wanted to talk more. She was pretty mad.
Yeah, it was, I already kind of knew that. Using that credit card, it
Was that intentional?
Yeah.
I had no other way to do it.
Oh.
I used, because I got narco gift cards from, doing good stuff at work and stuff like that. And I'd use them all.
Oh. Was part of you just screw it, whatever, I don't care. I'm using this card.
Part of me just wants to say, Nikki, can you pay for this? But I don't know.
Yeah.
Even I think my attorney said she even knows I used a different card, like a blue card. Maybe she thought, I felt comfortable enough just using a normal bank account or something. But I told her I was going to Iraqi, and I told you I was going to Iraqi.
Yeah.
It was just it felt like looking back at everything, just reading the scripture more and more now, I can see God gave me opportunities to get at it. Even my friend Jeremy Lindstrom, he even invited me because it was his daughter that came and watched the kids on that Saturday night. And he was like, hey, you said we're going to a Rocky game. You want to go to me with the Bronco game and watch the Arizona Cardinals? Like, in my mind, it was like, go. Just say, hey, I can't find a babysitter.
Nikki.
Yeah. And maybe that would have been like, like life switch just like goes different directions. That was kind of like my last like opportunity to kind of get out. It seems like I wish I would have said, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And I think that would have just put me on a different trajectory.
So then, Shanann, did she actually say you're never going to see the kids again?
She said it to me before.
Yeah. That's kind of hard to hear.
Yeah, because she'd said to me before she went to Arizona. She's like, I wasn't really sleeping in the bedroom. I was sleeping on the couch or in the basement bed or something. Like she had slammed the door, you're never gonna see the kids again.
Did she get fiery like that?
Only once in our entire relationship I ever seen her that way.
Yeah. And that was a time before, or was that on the night that it happened?
No, it was right back in North Carolina.
Oh.
It was just like one of those. It was just a fiery argument that I never raised my voice to her or anything, and I just got mad and I slammed the door, and she's like, I'm like, I should have slammed the door.
Was that when you were in North Carolina that last week?
No, it was like
Previous to
this
that?
was like 2010, 2011. Oh. It was like early. In her old house.
Before kids?
Yes.
Were you dating or were you married at that point?
Dating.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just like I don't remember what it was about. I think some girl maybe texted me like from my past or something, and like I was just like, this, and she was like, don't have that happen again. And I'm just like, I can't have friends that are females. Like I don't even talk to this little thing anymore.
Right.
And it was just like, nope.
Was she fiery? Did she have that Italian blood that her mom has?
Lord, yes.
Was she always like that, or was she? Did she snap at things?
She would snap at me, but you could tell, like, something really irked her a little bit.
Yeah.
It would come out.
0 to 100 type thing, or what?
0 to 200.
Oh, interesting.
She gets acclimated about something. She's like, all right, it's gonna happen.
Well, that's why she was probably so successful at Thrive, right?
Oh yeah, like she had done a couple other like direct sales business, but this one was just like it was different.
Why?
This one, like, cause I think she had done like Origami Owl and like something called like It Works, and then like other couple other things like some bags and stuff like that. But the supplement stuff, but just because it worked with her, it worked with me. She's like, okay, I can kind of like use this as like, all right, this is what's doing for us.
Yeah.
And then like after a little while, like she could see how like people are above her, how it was helping them, and then it was just like trickle down effect. It was like a good system about like commission wise and everything was just she could use all the business IQ she has from running those cell phone shops and from the Dirty South custom shops and all that. And she grew business minded. Yeah, she knows how to do accounting book like the back of her hand. So it all just like fell into place with all that.
So then on that night, was it just a new type of fight?
It was
never had, or what happened?
Yeah, it was a totally different type of fight. It just felt like, I don't know, it was more anger than anything else. Like there was emotion to it at first, and then it just felt like it was just anger. It was just like, like there was no love there. It was kind of like what we were saying, what she was saying. It was just like, it's almost like we knew like something was combating at each other. And we didn't know, like, it wasn't ourselves.
Really? Anger from you or anger from her?
I think it was more anger from me and more like desperation from her because she wanted to fix it. She knew something was right. Like, like when the whole thing with my parents happened, with my parents called it a gate.
What happened?
Nut gate.
What's that?
The peanut.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatnot.
Oh, with her family?
Yeah.
Pistachio ice cream or whatever.
Yeah, they
Nut gate.
call it nut.
I haven't heard
I
that.
haven't heard that either.
Yeah, I guess what people are calling it.
Okay.
But that was like another out. Like, maybe I could have just like stopped everything and just kind of concentrated on helping like whatever happened there.
Okay.
Shannon had a story, my mom had a story. Like, whatever happened, I'd probably ask my 10-year-old nephew. Probably tell me what actually happened.
Well, and they both have their feelings for good reasons, and they both didn't see it the other person's way. And
Yeah, and like maybe I didn't talk to my parents from then on until like August 6th, and like my dad took that whole week off.
Wow. Your parents did that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because like Shannon was like, do not talk to them, do not call them, do not do anything.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, and Cece's birthday was the 17th, but I think the actual birthday party was like a couple days after.
In August?
July. Yeah. And like my mom or my dad was going to go, but then there was like a post on Facebook about allergies and stuff like that Shannon made, and my dad was like, no, I just can't do it anymore. Just like because
He perceived that as her taking a shot type thing?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She always says she never put those posts directed at anybody, but she had a method.
If you read them, you know who she's talking about.
She had a method to the madness, and you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish I could have just took more time just to fix that. Because I wanted my parents to be involved. Like since like the whole wedding thing, and then up to that, it was like my mom, my sister were always like combating with Shannon, combating with them. My dad was always cool. Like, he's just like me. He's just like go with the flow. Like I just want everybody to get along type deal.
Chicks, man.
I loved your dad.
Ronnie's the best.
Isn't he? I
So-
loved your dad.
I'm sorry, keep going.
That's I just wish I could have like just when we were at the beach in August. Like my dad was supposed to let's take the whole week off just so we could see the kids and like see me and like grab a cookout at my sister's house or something. And then but we just pretty much spent 5 days at the beach and Shannon like booked it so like I mean it's I don't want to say like a punishment for them not to see the kids, but like I wanted them to see it, see them, just